we're going to give it one last go today. And if I don't find something, then I'm either going to wear something in my closet that I already have that's just way too big, or even less advised, I may try altering something that I have. That's terrifying.
Feels like we're learning to be better without what's been holding.
Good morning, guys. So it is week 31, and which means that it is our 6th Semaglutide Compound dose. And if you did not catch last week's video, make sure you click the link up here. It was a very exciting end to the week. Which kind of threw us all into a bit of a tizzy. I don't know. I am still exhausted. Anyway, Nikki went into labor last week, and it was not a storybook labor process. She is fine. Abby is fine. Everybody's fine. It was just a very long, kind of somewhat traumatizing labor for everybody because it was kind of scary towards the end, but everything is fine. She's doing fantastically. But I'm still kind of recovering. I'm pretty exhausted. I did not know, nobody knew how involved I would be in the labor. I mostly thought I was just there to kind of keep everybody updated and let everyone know what was going on from the birthing center. And it ended up being an all hands on deck situation. So I'm still pretty tired and very, very sore. But it was amazing. Abby is amazing. She's absolutely gorgeous. Just like Mama. She looks just like Nikki. It's so cute. She makes Nikki faces, and she's the most vocal newborn I've ever been around, and I've been around quite a few. She came out the womb talking. So it's just an absolutely precious and wonderful and amazing event to be a part of, and I feel super blessed to have been there. So, but now I'm trying to kind of get back into the swing of things. Of course, I didn't go grocery shopping yesterday as I normally would have, so I'm going to do my grocery shopping today, with kind of the week getting thrown into a tailspin. There were some things I was planning on cooking last week that I'm not going to be cooking until this week, and just things that happen when life gets interesting. So, but on the semaglutide front, things have been good. I finally figured out a way to take the compound that's not painful or scary or wondering if I'm actually getting the drug or whatever. And basically, if you don't know, I am on a rapid dissolve sublingual semaglutide compound tablet. Sorry, we have a gnat problem right now and they are driving me insane. Anyway, so I'm on that rapid dissolve sublingual, and it took several weeks for me to find a way to take it that was not like making me want to just immediately eject it from my body. For trying to be tactful. Anyway, so basically I crush the pill completely until it's a powder, and I stick several like pipettes, like glass pipettes full of water, like probably 3 or 4 underneath my tongue, and I pour the powder under there, and I let it sit for about 5 minutes so that I can make sure that it's completely absorbed, like as much as possible. In terms of like, is it working as well as Wegovy? I will say that it doesn't work as well as Wegovy. I will say that 100%. If you're trying, like if your insurance covers Wegovy and you're able to get even just partial coverage and you can afford the difference, get Wegovy. My insurance covers Wegovy with a prior authorization, but my prescription coverage is attached to my medical plan. So I have a $4,500 deductible that has to be paid before any prescription coverage will kick in at all. So I would have to pay at least $800 or more for a 4-week supply until I meet that $4,500 deductible. And then I would have to go through the process of getting a prior authorization. So obviously that is not cost effective for me, and I can't afford to do that, which is why I'm doing the semaglutide compound. It does work. It doesn't work as well, and it works a little bit differently. Some of the things that I've noticed on the Wegovy when I was eating, I would reach a point, because I'm a very slow eater, I would reach a point where it was like, okay, I literally can't take another bite. I can't. On the compound, I'm eating slowly, and I'll reach a point where I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure I've had enough to eat, but it's not because I'm feeling full, if that makes sense. Like, it's just from the experience of the 24 weeks that I had on Wegovy, knowing how much food I require in order to get full. And then I start slowing down, and then 10 to 15 minutes later, if I've eaten a couple more bites past, that point, then I start to feel overly full. So that full feeling kicks in, but it doesn't kick in for, a good 10 to 15 minutes after I've already eaten enough, which isn't all that helpful. It definitely keeps me feeling full for longer still, like the Wegovy did, but it doesn't do as good of a job of keeping me from thinking about food as the Wegovy did. So if you're one of those people that's like, well, my insurance covers it, but I'm still having to pay, X amount of dollars a month for it, you're the one that's going to have to decide if the difference is worth it, because I will say that Wegovy definitely works better. At least it works better than the compound that I have. I have people asking still if I'm going to switch back to the injectable version, or to the injectable version of the compound. And I still have, like, let's see, we're 6 weeks in. So this will be my 6th week, and I still have 6 pills after this. So I am going to get through the pills that I have before I make a decision, or, close to it before I make a decision. But I'm pretty sure that I'm going to at least try 1 month, 4 weeks on the injectable to see if it feels like it's closer to what I was experiencing on Wegovy. And if it is, then I will probably switch to the injectable version. I thought that the pill was going to be more convenient, and I was looking forward to not having to deal with needles. But if it's not going to work as well because it doesn't absorb as much, or for whatever reason my body just likes the injectable version better, then it's worth spending a little bit more to make sure I'm getting something that's, being more effective. So anyway, I know last week I didn't have the greatest of results, but honestly, I think that had far more to do with what was going on in my life than it had to do with the drugs. I normally weigh myself on Friday mornings, because on the weekend is when I have my calorie cycling, like high calorie food days, and that's when we go out to eat. So I end up having a lot more sodium in my diet. So when I was weighing on Mondays in the beginning, I noticed that, it felt like I was heavier on Monday than I was on Friday. And when I started weighing on Fridays, I noticed a big difference in terms of how that was working, just probably because of water retention, if, nothing else, but just water retention. So this Friday morning, Nikki was at the birthing center and had been since 2 a.m. So I obviously didn't weigh on Friday, which meant I had to wait until this morning to weigh myself. And it was a really weird weekend because, we were exhausted. I ate out more than I normally would. So my weight did go up a little bit, but not very much. And it was water weight, if the body fat percentage part of my scale is to be believed. So I'm not really worried about it. You have weeks in your life where stuff happens. And I know that I'm still doing the things that I'm supposed to do, calorie counting wise and all of that stuff. So honestly, my goals and the things that I push for are me continuing to do the things that I can control. They're not tied to how much weight I'm going to lose every week, because I can't control that. My body is either going to let it go or it's not. So, is it still upsetting when I don't see the numbers drop the way I want them to? Sure, absolutely. Which is why I definitely don't recommend weighing every day. If you are somebody who weighs every day, please consider stopping. I used to weigh myself every day, and every day my mood was determined by the number on the scale. Especially if you're a woman, there are so many things that affect your weight fluctuation that have absolutely nothing to do with body fat. We retain water, sodium, hormones, like there's just so many things that will affect your weight from day to day that it's just not an accurate reflection of what's going on in your weight loss journey. So I definitely recommend not weighing more than once a week. If you can wait to weigh once a month, that would be even better. But I'm not that strong. Also, with me doing these videos every week, it's good to have a check-in point. So, excuse me. Anyway, I did want to just, I'm sorry if I'm rambly. Like I said, I'm still exhausted. But today's going to be a long day. I'm going to be going and doing grocery shopping and getting some cooking done that I normally would have done yesterday, but I honestly just couldn't even move off the couch. So we're going to get it done, and it's going to be a great week. I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I will talk to you soon. So I wanted to add really quick, sorry about the angle. I can't remember if I mentioned this before, but I accidentally left the tripod that I usually use for filming, like for majority of my filming, at the birthing center, because we had a camera set up to record some stuff. And I left it there, so I'm going to go pick it up today. Anyway, I will say that crushing it up, like, it makes the flavor dissipate better once you're done, because it doesn't taste good. I do my best to make sure that I don't get it on my tongue until I'm like swallowing it. Excuse me. And it does have a weird, like, tingly, like almost numb sensation. I don't know. It's a little strange, but it's fine. But I realized that I turned my camera off before I did my dose. I mean, I've shown you guys me taking it a million times, so I'm not really that worried about it. But I did want to make sure I mentioned that crushing it up and putting it under there, it does make the flavor go away much faster. I don't know why. I'm not going to ask questions. It works. It's fine. So, hey y'all. So I'm on the road again. Just headed to go shopping. I hate shopping. That's not true. I don't hate shopping. I don't love clothes shopping. I mean, it's better now that things are fitting a little better and I'm fitting into more sizes and things like that, but I don't know. Like, there are such specific things that look good on my body that it can get really frustrating when I'm looking for something in particular. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I need to find a dress to wear to my nephew's wedding next week. So I think I've been telling you guys that I'm going to California next week for my nephew's wedding. So Richard and I are going to be going together to California, and we're going to be there for about 6 days or so. And it's Memorial Day weekend, which made the plane tickets real expensive. Anywho's it. I'm gonna go to Ross, see what I can find there, and then I'm gonna go to Torrid. I'm just gonna see what I can see and go from there. I might bring you guys into the dressing room with me just if I happen to find something exceptionally adorable. But we shall see. Good morning. It's Thursday and the shopping saga continues. When I tell you I am so tired of trying clothes on. Anyway, today we're venturing all the way over to the other side of the world for me. We're going to Nordstrom Rack because I don't know where else to go to get something fancy enough for a wedding. You would think, given that it's prom season, that I wouldn't have a hard time finding something. That has not been the case for me. So, we're going to give it one last go today. And if I don't find something, then I'm either going to wear something in my closet that I already have that's just way too big, or, even less advised, I may try altering something that I have. That's terrifying. I'm at a loss, guys. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm tired of doing this stuff. I hate clothes shopping. I'm certain there will come a point in my weight loss journey where I don't hate clothes shopping. I am not there yet. I'm still in plus sizes. I'm not at the upper range of plus sizes anymore. Like, honestly, I was reaching the point in my weight gain where I was having a hard time finding plus size clothes that fit me in plus size stores. I'm not there anymore, because I can even fit into junior plus stuff now, which it's been years since I was able to do that. So I'm sure I'll probably find something today. I hope you're having an awesome day. Okay, the tiniest of grocery hauls. I'm using up a bunch of stuff that I have in my pantry and meat in my freezer, so I just need a couple things to round out these meals. I've got some Great Northern beans, some diced green chilies, and these híjole, hot and spicy chips. These are the ones that they make in the H-E-B bakery, and for whatever reason, they have a lot fewer calories in them. I'm assuming because they don't have a bunch of the fillers and they probably use better quality oil. I don't know. I'm just not arguing. They have even fewer calories than the baked ones. So there you go. I have some tomato basil pasta sauce. I got some 2% milk, reduced fat Colby Jack cheese, and some part skim mozzarella, some light sour cream. Richard wanted some beef jerky for snacks on the plane this week. I got some frozen corn and some reduced fat cream cheese. I'm going to put the total up here. Again, this is for this week and next week, so we won't be having a grocery haul in next week's video. Okay, next week's menu. We've only got 3 days to contend with because then we're heading to California, but I'm going to be doing tacos with tots and fruit again for breakfast. I have lots of leftovers to get through for lunch, and then I'm going to be making a sour cream chicken casserole. It's kind of like an enchilada casserole thing, but no tortillas. I'm going to do chips. Anyway, it's an experiment, and I have no idea how it's going to turn out, but it sounded good to me. And then on Wednesday night, we're going to do dinner with Nikki and Tanner before we head out to California. And that's it. Hey, y'all. We made it to the end of week 31. 7 weeks into our semaglutide compound. I know I kept saying 6. I was watching that footage. I'm like, why? Anyway, kind of a busy week getting ready and prepping for California next week, and kind of helping Nikki and Tanner settle in as much as I can. So it was kind of a little bit all over the place, but I was keeping myself really busy, and I did manage to make sure that I drink all of my water every day, which is sometimes a struggle for me when I'm busy. So that was a good thing. I didn't really have any more side effects this week. I mean, that shouldn't be a surprise if you've been watching my videos for any length of time. I haven't really experienced any major side effects since starting Wegovy, and even with the compound, I haven't really had anything. So, non-scale victories. I noticed that. I mean, obviously my clothes have been feeling loose, but it was just like all of a sudden this week, clothes that felt like they were okay, all of a sudden they felt giant on me. I also noticed, and this is probably a little bit TMI, but my butt feels like it's jiggling when I walk. So that's not something I've experienced before, even though I am a very large person and obviously I have a lot of body fat. I'm also very muscular. So I have a lot of muscle underneath my fat, so I haven't really been a very jiggly person, but since I started losing weight, I've noticed in certain areas, like things just, I can feel them moving, and I'm guessing that's just the fat breaking down and things like that. So that was a little weird. And then my big non-scale victory this week is that I bought a size 1X dress for the wedding next week. So, I mean, it's a little tight, but like not so much so that I feel like it looks gross. And I was flabbergasted when I picked it up, and I was like, there's no way this is going to fit, but I'll try it anyway. And it fit. So I'm very excited about that, to wear that to the wedding next week. This isn't really my non-scale victory, but it was something that was exciting for me through this journey. Obviously, I have lots of you watching my videos, but I also have friends and family that have been watching the videos and contacting me and asking me questions about Wegovy and Ozempic. And I have a friend who has also struggled with her weight for quite some time, and she had a long conversation with me and decided to talk to her doctor about starting Ozempic because she is pre-diabetic. And so she started Ozempic this last week, and she lost 6 pounds in her first week. So I was so super excited for her. It's really exciting to hear from her and her experience and how things are going for her. And just, that's extremely encouraging for me, because obviously being able to feed off of that energy for, you know, on the weeks that maybe I'm not doing so great, that just kind of helps me keep going. Knowing that there are people that are being encouraged by my journey even when I'm not encouraged by my journey, is awesome. So anyway, to this week's results. Not sure. I'm sure partly it's because of the gain that I experienced last week from the water weight and just when I weighed and all of that stuff. But I lost 2.2 pounds this week, which brings my total to 71.9 pounds total lost. So basically 72 pounds, which is nothing to shirk at. It's obviously, you guys know I use the word exciting all the time because I don't really know another word to use to describe exciting. But I'm very pleased with when I look back at how far I've come since the beginning, and I look at some of those early pictures and I look at myself now, like I know I still got a long way to go, but when I look back to the beginning and how far I've come, it is definitely encouraging and exciting to see how far I've already come in this journey, even though I know I still have a long way to go. So if you're struggling and you're feeling like, things are going slow, the whole saying, a journey begins with a single step. As long as you just keep going, you will get there eventually. Is it taking longer than I wanted to? Absolutely. But I've been this overweight for decades. So, expecting that my body is just going to instantly just let go of the weight is unrealistic. And I just hope that you don't lose heart. If you're in a slow period, if you're in a time where your body is just trying to maintain that stasis, which is the thing our bodies do, that's why plateaus happen. Just stay the course, keep with it. Eventually, your body will start to let go of the weight again, and it could be out of nowhere. So don't give up. We've got this. If you're feeling discouraged and you need someone to help pump you up, leave me a comment down below. I'm happy to do that for you. We got this together, guys. I hope you're having an awesome week, and I will see you in the next one.